Hello and welcome back everybody to day 38 of our 7 Days to Die Madness series. I am Lainey, and my cars have somehow migrated back to this area of the base. I don't know. There's obviously something wrong with my vehicles. It is what it is. Sometimes these things happen. There's little buggies in the game. The longer you leave your game running, the more they'll show up. So, fun things that happen in the game. But over here, we did have an exit now, so that when we work on our moat, which is exactly what we're going to do today, we're not going to be trapped in here. So my goal, I think, for today is obviously to work on this moat and hopefully get to Horde Night. Horde Night will be, do I want to say today? Do I venture out and say today? Well, maybe. Tonight, maybe tomorrow. Who knows? It could be in a day or two. Doesn't matter. It might take me a while to get the moat done anyway. So I figured I would get started on that, get started on the wall. I have to pick up my garden. I have so much stuff to do. And I am really looking forward to actually living through this horde. I have a million rocket launchers. Hello, beautiful plants. And our garden is doing so well. We basically have food for days. I probably want to move this thing. I think eventually and soon enough, this is going to happen. But, I'm focused right now on finishing the moat so I can start working on the tower. If you guys have not been here before and have missed some of this tower is not even a third of the way there. I'd say maybe a third of the way there, okay? It's a third of the way without it being painted and decorated. So, less than that. So there's going to be another layer here, and then there's going to be the helipad. I've kind of decided that the third layer is going to be very short. And somebody did mention that it would be kind of nice to see the garden on the second floor. So we'll see if we can make that work, eventually. There's no reason for this place. It's just going to be my RP home. Don't worry, there's not going to be anything weird going on in the basement. Not this time around. I'm going to be sensible. I'm going to be nice. But let me get started. I am going to place blocks, basically, and dig through the sides here. It's going to be a lot of digging. So I did exactly that. I got to work on digging this tremendous moat. It felt like miles and miles of digging. But luckily, it was mostly clay. Easy enough. Laying down the frames was the roughest part. Not necessarily difficult, just time-consuming. But what kept me going was the thought that one day I would be protected. One day I would be safe. One day I wouldn't have to worry anymore about the screamers, about the late-night bear attacks. This home would be a sanctuary, a fortress, a place where the apocalypse could not harm me. Well, mostly. Alright, a brand new morning, 10 a.m., and the moat is finished. Well, you can at least walk around it. There's a lot of things that I still haven't fully decided what I'm gonna do, but some things have been fixed. Like that over there. Thank you so much. Now I can see how I can close this off fully. Apparently you just needed to open the bridge, and because it was an electric bridge, it was closed and I couldn't open it until I actually got everything set up. So you can see that now I was able to lower that down too. But what I've decided, because of this is gonna get so annoying, but just ignore it. What I've decided from here is that I'm going to, instead of making a bridge, I was gonna make a bridge from here all the way to that. I think it's gonna look a little too thick, too cumbersome. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna make a majestic entrance around here. So this is pretty high off of the side of the bridge, but it's gonna have some details in there and it's gonna look, just like bulkier, thicker, like a real entrance. And the reason for that is because I've decided to switch the bridge from on top of here to on that side. And you will see why when we get there. It has been changed a lot. Some things need to be reworked a little bit. Like over here, you will see that the dirt is really gross and I hate it. But there's nothing I can do about that because realistically, I had to remove a layer of dirt all the way around so it would look a little bit better. It was looking really sharp, like a really sharp drop here, and it was bad. But you can see that there's something going on here with the terrain. It's fixable. You can just mush this one a little bit with a little bit of attacks, and hopefully we'll be able to switch this from just being the dirt to some sort of grass texture like this, ideally. We'll see, TBD. But overall, it's fine. This can be fixed at a later time. The most important part is that the moat is actually dug out, finally. So realistically, I think zombies shouldn't want to walk around here at all. They might want to just go around the other way. But I've also considered that this might be too far away. So I had a couple of ideas. Obviously, we're going to put some spikes and stuff down there. But design-wise, I think it's going to be fine. We can put some barbed wire out here, some explosives. Thank you so much for all the suggestions. But I also had this idea to do like these little, you know how like in the castles, there's like the...
Crenellations.
I always forget the word. You know, everybody always reminds me on the comments. I'm sure you'll remind me. But those things where you can shoot through it. Well, Pliskin made a castle in our 7 Days to Die server, our community server, that had some of these kind of looking things. And it didn't look exactly like this. I'm not actually sure how he did them. I just remember the concept, right? Which is you can stand on that side, and because it protrudes out of the wall, you can actually shoot from there. So you'll be able to shoot through here, and you'll be able to shoot through here. This one is a lot thicker, so you can throw explosives and stuff. You could probably throw explosives to that too. You know, it's like a dangerous situation. But yeah, this one should be super easy to throw some from. But you see, it looks a little bit bulkier than the other ones. So that's why I made the other ones the way that I made them. There's also a little bit of an indentation here because I didn't, even though it does look very castle-y, I suppose, I didn't want it to look like a castle wall. I just don't think it lends to the design of the whole perimeter, the whole area. The tower is overall pretty modern with all the glass and stuff. And the house is going to be some weird, I don't know, Victorian Gothic style. I have no idea what that house is. I mean, I'm not an expert. But either way, you get the point. It's a very old styled home, and I'm going to keep it that way. I do plan to renovate it, but it's basically just going to be to turn it back to when it was actually new. So we're going to repair things like that. We're going to repair the roof, make it look nice. So basically turn everything into its former self, if that makes any sense. So this had to somewhat complement both styles, and I wanted it to be a little bit more modern, which is why I did like these weird dents all around, and I'm going to make them in every area that there is a little bit of a ledge. And that's just the thought process right now. I mean, I don't know if this is exactly going to work out. That's why I haven't finished it. I finished this, but I figured I would only have to claw out like 6 things if I mess this up, so it's not a big deal. So I'm really looking forward to how this will turn out. I hope that it will turn out exactly how I think it should. I don't know. We'll see. You can tell that this is pretty easy to get up here because, you know, of parkour and because the wall is not really high off the ground on this side. So this shouldn't be an issue. I don't even think I'm going to put a ladder or anything here. I think this is mostly for the looks, extra security. I could make it thicker. Yeah, but it's just going to cost me more, and I don't even think it's necessary. If I really wanted to splurge, I would make it too thick, and it would be, you know, a little bit easier to walk around it, but it's not really a big deal. Over here, it will be 4 thick. So this is where things start getting a little bit nuts, and I don't know if I don't even know if this is a good idea. We'll be adding the rest of this all the way through here and see what it looks like. If it looks weird, then, you know, I'll remove it. That's why I made it out of wood. Let me know what you guys think about that design and if you would recommend something different. And if you do recommend something different, please post pictures on Discord because I won't exactly know what you mean. I know I won't. You can leave comments, but unless you're really specific, it's going to be really hard for me to discern what you actually mean. But the whole point is here, it is going to be 4 wide. So I have switched the bridge from up there to over here. So it's going to go all the way zoop, to there. And it's going to leave us a nice little area down here that's going to be a shaded area, so to speak, down here at the bottom. Yeah, this is dirt. Just don't look at it, all right? I had to just claw it out so it looked a little bit more natural coming down the hill. But eventually, hopefully, we'll be able to put grass in there. If not, we'll put some sort of flooring. I haven't decided. But I got most of it done, as you can tell, and it was not that bad. It really wasn't. The worst part was putting up all the blocks. That took forever. Oh, I do have to show you guys. The mine had to be reworked a little bit. But before we do that, before I actually go down there and show you what I had to do, because it was actually digging into the mine, which was really funny. But I was going to show you. I have been asked this many times, and I hadn't. And seeing as I was a permadeath, it seemed like a good idea to show you this now. So I promised it would be in this episode. Thank you so much for reminding me that I hadn't shown my enemy kills. I hadn't shown my player deaths being 0, which is very important for permadeath. Now, I will say, even if I do die, I will, in fact, continue to build this. Even if it's just like a one final episode where I show you what it looks like, whatever it is. I will do it because, we spend so much time and so much effort, so much, there's, I need to see it done, all right? So it doesn't matter even if I die. I will do one final episode with the final look of the place, I guess, so you can get an idea what I was thinking. And in fact, I don't know. In my mind, I picture this looking a lot different. But once you start building, things always change. And, you need certain things for convenience. And that end up switching off exactly how you do things. And because it's not done in creative mode, then you start thinking about how much this would cost versus doing it a different way. Like I could have made the moat, I don't know, 3 wide or something. It would have been safe for sure, but it would have also cost me more. And then I started thinking about how much more I would have to dig and how many more blocks I would have to place and how many more times I would have to, upgrade. And I got a little bit, discouraged. But either way, 2,000 enemy kills, pretty good. I would say if I got that many enemy kills, in real life, imagine if you're just one human, 0 deaths, because 1 death means you're gone. And you get 2,063 kills of zombies before you go out. I mean, that's not a bad ratio, guys. That's not a bad ratio. We're level 78, game stage 139, but not really, right? Because I did get a couple more points. So we have 3 more points. And since I need to get out of the house, the cement mixers are still going. So I'll be getting more concrete soon. And I do have some concrete on me, some concrete mix in the box still. So we're not completely out. So it's not a big deal. I could start working on this. But I figured that's the kind of thing that you can work on at night. For the daytime, I thought we would do something really fun. Maybe we could work on, something different today. And so I looked at this and I saw the infiltrator. Now, if you know me, I love a little boom. And I thought, well, this would allow me to pick up the boom, thus making it cheaper for me to see that display, let's say. And so I'm going to do it. I think I only need 3 points. I have the perception for it, right? So theoretically, this should just be a bam, bam, bam. And there we are. I can pick up landmines. So the goal here is, and since I have the book, I should safely be able to do it. I mean, let's hope so. I'm going to head over there. We have, reminds me, I have to tell you what happened with the vehicles. So you know how the vehicles were, spawning everywhere the last couple of episodes. And today they were also everywhere. I went ahead and deleted the current vehicles, just scrap and throw away the metal is basically what I do. So if you ever have this problem with your vehicles start multiplying basically or spawning in different areas or being really weird, there's a couple things you can do. Sure, I'm sure you can do something on the files or something and delete them all that way. Yeah, that's very technical. The laney way to do things is to just grab the vehicle, scrap it, and then if you want to be fair with yourself, you throw away the metal that you get from scrapping it. I think you get like 150 metal or something for scrapping a vehicle, so it's not a whole lot, but it adds up, I guess, if you have to do it 10 times, which I did have to do it several times. The motorcycle spawned 2 or 3 times. The worst part is when they spawn and they have inventory in them. Now that sucks because you have to popcorn everything, throw it out and do it again. Luckily, the vehicles didn't have any inventory in them. Thank goodness. So I didn't have to worry about it. I just scrapped the vehicles and then I spawned in 3 more vehicles that were of the same kind. Yeah, judge me all you want, but realistically, they were already crafted, all right? The only reason why I had to scrap them was because the game bugged. So this is exactly what happened. And I just wanted to let you guys know that hopefully, with a little bit of luck, this will be fixed now. And it has happened to me in the past, and this has fixed it, at least temporarily. So, we're going with that. But before we take off, I am going to leave all my stuff behind. So obviously I won't have any of it. And then we're going to head to the desert. I think it's the best way to get it. I know there's some mines there. Man, do I know there's some there. And at these other military camps here. And we're just going to pick them all up. Because our base could use a little bit more defense. Or offense, I suppose. Every time I get out of there, I always get a little bit concerned that I'm going to run. Oh my god, it's looking so much better. You can't really see it from here because the place starts disappearing, but one day I will take a look from above, close enough, so that we can see everything. But I've placed a flag there, and we're heading towards the desert. It's actually very, very close. As you know, this city is not really that big. It's bigger than a normal city, mind you. because I did want to have places to loot, but it is fairly small. I hope I have this book. I'm like 99.9% sure that I do. Oh yeah, there we go. Yes, yes. How many can I get is the question. Ooh, zombies. You know, just for a little bit of fun. Kill a couple. We can't have an episode where we don't attack any. Oh, this one. Rude. Oh my, they're taking a lot of shots now to kill. I'm getting slightly concerned about that. Alright. Oh, a walker, finally. Boom. No, no, no. No, no, please. Come this way, come this way. Do not blow up my mines. Please. Please. Oh, that was close. That was so close. Hubcap landmine. I think these might be better than the other ones. Okay, I've picked up everything all the way around, at least on the outskirts here. And we have 2 of them that need repairs. So, you know, if they're not going to be mine, they're going to be nobody's. Hopefully I'm able to shoot them from this range. Otherwise I'm going to have to get a little bit closer. No, I do not. Ah, that's so satisfying. Yes. They need 2 shots. I mean, that's the only worry about this weapon. I can't wait till I get the sniper rifle. It's my favorite one. I think this one is the marksman. Yeah. Look at how many we have just from these 2 locations. It's absolutely insane. I haven't even done this side? Oh my god. Okay, we'll count in a second then. Got him. And I'm gonna try not to get attacked by anything. I'm gonna get out of here. But yeah, a significant amount, let's just say. I want to kill that bird before I get on my plane, but I'm not sure that's gonna work out. Let's see. 70 air filter landmines. 215 hubcap landmines. Oh, this is so good. I mean, this is good for making money too. I mean, think about it. Every stack here is 400. This one's 700. I mean, I'm obviously not gonna sell them. All right, we're not dumb. We're gonna put it down. I don't know which one does more damage. I think we need to test this out. I'm guessing the hubcap will do more than the air filter. But think about it this way, all right? It's not just the military bases. Those are obviously the most profitable ones. But you will remember places like these. There's some on the outskirts, some on the ledges. If you remember, there'll be some explosives there for sure. And every POI, well, most POIs have, you know, 1 or 2 that you can pick up sometimes. And, you know, obviously you don't pick them up most of the time. Most of the time that you just blow them up or, you know, ignore them. But, or, you know, run into them and die. That's also a possibility. But that can't happen to us. I think the only way we die to an explosive is if a zombie triggers it and we happen to be right there. And even then, I think we will need to explode more than 1 to die. If I remember correctly. Because our health has gotten to the point where I don't think it will do enough damage to kill us. I am, like, virtually sure. I cannot wait till I get this landing pad. I just cannot wait. But for now, you know, we're just gonna land like peasants down here. Where the other vehicles are. Well, somewhere nearby. I don't hear any thunderstorms. I don't hear anything. The sky doesn't look reddish. It is only 1730 though, so I'll give it till like 1900 till I'm sure. But I'm fairly sure that there might not be any horde tonight. It does not look like it, at least. Which means we will not be celebrating the horde on this episode. But not to worry, that means that it will very likely, in fact, I almost can guarantee that it will be next one. Because realistically, that's exactly what will happen. We'll it's day 39. I mean, if it's not today, then it'll be day 40. And I think the last horde was like the latest day 32 or something like that. So it's very likely that it'll be on the next one. But for now, I'm going to continue to do this here. We're going to continue upgrading all these sites. And if we are able to get a couple more points, we can now make an impact driver. So I would like to make the best one that I can make. You know, if I'm going to do it, we might as well go all in. And I think I only need 3 points for this, which I will definitely be able to get from upgrading this. So let me go inside. I'm going to grab everything I need. And in case there is a horde, I will prepare. We do have a lot of rockets, so I don't have to worry too much about it. In fact, I think I might have overmade rockets. And now that we have this insane amount of hubcaps and air filters, I mean, at worst, I will just put them all along the path there. And that will at least help me for the first round. So, you know, I'm not concerned, is what I'm saying here. Even if we have horde, even if we don't have horde, it really doesn't matter. I'm ready. Yeah, this is the one that gives me the most pause, right? Like, I'm here thinking, is 6 too long? I am questioning whether I'm going a little bit crazy and whether there's any rhyme or reason to what I'm doing. Okay, I just realized another reason why not to use these. Oh yeah, I remember clearly. Alright, these here, even though they're available to you, you cannot upgrade. So you see how I can upgrade these on the side, and I can probably... No, I can't even upgrade those. Oh, game, why? Oh no. Okay, if you guys don't know, sometimes the wood pieces here, even though they're available to you, they're not upgradable. For some reason, the wood center plate is, but yeah, of course, but the wood half blocks are not. And this is just horrible. This one is, I believe, the 4th centered, but we have it in this version too. And honestly, it sucks. I wonder if maybe I just do pillars. I don't know, man. Now I'm so disappointed. And it's morning time. And guys, I am super sorry. Oh my god, what? No. Okay. Well, that sucks. My poor base. I was just upgrading. How could you? Oh, I'm gonna lose some blocks here. That's fine. Just shoot as many times like it's a dire wolf too. What is this place? Oh my god, okay. Well, parkour saves the day once again. What in the world, man? Without it, I go down there. I think the only problem with that is that there's definitely going to be some damage blocks now that I won't be able to finish off. But, you know, it is what it is. What I was saying is, I apologize if you can hear something outside my window, like a little motor tool going on outside. My neighbor decided to do his yard right next to my window as the morning started. And, you know, the recording must continue. I could have paused it, I suppose, but then we wouldn't have had that awesome incident. Okay, so the first thing you will notice is when you come down here, this needs to be removed still. But it needs to be fully blocked off, and this needed to be fully blocked off. This is the outer wall. So this is my only concern and why I'm going to see what happens during Horde Night. But basically, this wall being the moat as well, I wonder if the zombies will view that as a path. But realistically, I don't need even this staircase here since I have parkour, so I should be able to jump straight up there. Yeah, so there's no way they'll view this as a way up to the house. However, they could view this as a way up to this mansion, which could lead them to think that it's a good way to go up to the main house. Okay, it's complicated, but it's possible. So, you know, we'll see what the AI does over there. And you will notice over here as well, I was able to use the half blocks just to make it look a little bit different. But this is also the outer wall. There is a staircase, I believe. Oh, maybe we'll just do this here as well. And that should solve the problem both ways. But at the end of the day, I am pretty satisfied with all we've done today. The moat has been complete. I have picked up an insane amount of explosives that I will be sprinkling about. There's another wolf? This place is insane. I think this might be a regular one. Yeah, that's a regular, but it's still... Oh my god. Okay, but before it gets too late, I went ahead and came to this side because some stuff is drying still, but for the most part, you can see kind of what we were going for. And you will see that the indentations look all right. I don't know if they look exactly how I wanted them to look, but once it's painted, it's going to be a little bit different. I don't know why I decided to go with something asymmetrical. Maybe my eyes are okay with it. Maybe they're not. I think in general, if I changed anything, it would be, and I don't know how hard it would be to change it, mind you. I would definitely have to destroy some walls. But what I would change is probably remove the 6 and just make them 4. So it'd be the 1 white gap, then the 2, then the 4, then the 2 again, then the 1, if that makes any sense, and then the 4 again, if that makes any sense at all to you guys. But that's the only thing I would change. I think the 6 white gap, I've just not been happy with it ever since I made it. For some reason, I thought it was a good idea, and I just don't like it. I just don't like it at all. I think I like the idea of there being a bigger gap between the little ones, like that one. So I thought it would be a good idea perhaps to leave the 6 gap. But now I'm thinking that it might be better to just do the 1 gap right there, then the 2 gap, then 4. And then if I don't want to go back to the 1, well, obviously I'll go back to 2 and then 1 again. And then it'll be back to 2 and then 4, etc., etc. So if I don't feel happy with that, then I can amend it. But I think I am going to get rid of the 6 gap. The more I think about it, the more it'll make sense. The more these areas as well will look more even. And you can tell that the 4 one and the 2 one, this actually looks pretty nice. But whenever it starts getting that big, I don't know, guys. You know, I don't love it. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know which option you would prefer. Should we upgrade it all the way? Or should we just stick with the wood? Because realistically, it doesn't matter. But thank you so much for joining me in this weird day where, you know, to be fair, we did fully finish the moat. It's done. It needs a little bit more upgrades, sure, but it's done. Meaning that realistically, they shouldn't want to go down there. The only reason why the wolf went down there was because I was down there, but that's not going to be an issue in the future. Obviously, I'm not going to hang out in the moat. I will probably put some spikes there. I will definitely put a bunch of explosives around here. So I'm pleased. Overall, I hope you're at least getting an idea of what this is going to look like, somewhat. Yes, I already changed my mind on half of the design, but this is just how I roll, you know. Sometimes you gotta see it, you gotta build it, and you gotta know you didn't like it. And that's part of the process. Well, that's part of my process. That's probably why it takes me so long to do anything. But thank you again so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you guys in the next one for Horde Night. Until then, bye.